Mm. Well, hey, Luxational. How's it going? Um, First one in the chat. I look so pale. I am not feeling well, so we are not going to be doing the, you know, bonanza of bags today. Hey, Zena. Hey, Dreamcatcher. I just dropped. What did I drop now? Wait, that's my headphones. My other headphones. Um, yeah. Hey, D. Yeah. Pretty good. Lily's sick today. Yeah, I'm sick today, so I feel Lily's pain. Um, so anyway, I'm alive but early today just because we're all home. Some lipstick on. It took me 3 days to put my bags away, and yeah, so I'm not looking forward to the next round of bag pulling. Um, it was a lot. It was a lot to put back. It was quite. Um, I I told myself, "Hey, Cammy. Hey, Jane." I just got over and I feel bad Lily hasn't well, that's what happens. We all share, right? So I don't f I was sick last week, so my this sinus hurt. No, it now moved. Now this sinus hurts, like, right here. Oh my god. So I've been sleeping most of the day. So I'm actually doing live so I can, stay up because I just wanna go back to bed. So I'm like, "I need to, do something so I just don't go to sleep all day, and then I won't sleep all night and have to work tomorrow." Um, I could not believe what the post office charged for shipping. Oh, yeah, yeah. That was the I sent that US, UPS. UPS charges more, but we weren't able to get to the USPS store, but it also depends on location. Like, I can send something for $10 to one place, same weight, same shot, same size, same box, and it will be way more. It depends on what hub you're next to for shipping. It's shipping is crazy insane, guys, especially by weight. Ooh. Um, hey Cammy, I'm sorry you don't. Oh yeah, I don't feel good. Hey Maria, hey Steph. So yeah, but I had I organized well, okay, when I say organize my bags, I stuffed them back up on the shelf. Like, I had all these intentions, like, "I'm gonna organize them. I'm gonna have them by color. I'm gonna do them so I know exactly where they are." Yeah, no, that didn't work out. We just put them back wherever they fit and prayed for the best. That's pretty much how that went. Yeah, zip code is everything. Like, I used to send stuff up to my aunt. She lived in Morris, Connecticut, and oh my lord, it was cheaper to buy something off Amazon and have it wrapped and mailed to her on my Prime than it was for me to send anything, you know, by the post. Um, oh yeah, the shipping is crazy town. Hey Melissa, crazy town. Like Melissa, because she lives like on the other side of the state, not state, country, way up north. It it costs me more to ship to Melissa than it does to ship to other people. It's crazy. It's like why? And I ship to Linda, and Linda is near where Melissa is. But for some reason, I mean, the distance wise, it's ridiculous. Um, Shipping is very expensive, so now I just kind of think of shipping every time I buy something, like, is it worth the shipping? 'Cause at this point, you know, 20 bucks every time you wanna ship something. If it's under 20 bucks, you're lucky. I am oh, I got it. Who is Hannah? Oh. Okay, I just got a text. My sister was supposed to come visit me, but she called me and she was upset with me because I was in a grumpy mood because my head was pounding. And she's all chipper and bright eyed. And she's all like, "Oh, you want to go have lunch?" I'm like, "No, you go have lunch." She didn't invite me to lunch. She just said lunch and, like, go have lunch. Like, I'm literally in bed. I was in bed till noon. That is not normal. Normally, I get up, I do things, I might take a nap, but I'm up. before noon. Noon is not my normal time to wake up, guys. And it was crazy. I was like, "Oh, my head hurts, my face hurts, everything hurts." Um, but now I'm sitting up and it's helping with the sinuses. It's draining some of the pressure out. So hopefully it will get better. But I'm allergic to everything in the air. Um, let's see, what am I missing? Mac. I'm very new here, but I truly enjoy the live sessions. Thanks for letting me join. Yay! Sure, Mac. No big, or is it MC? There's no A in there. Steph, I just abandoned an online shopping cart because I wanted to buy a merch ball cap for $15 and shipping. Yeah, I have done that. I cannot tell you, Steph, how many times I have wanted to buy a thing and the shipping was so expensive. Or it's at that point where it's like, if you add another $20, free shipping. Well, honestly, the $20 is shipping. So I'll add the $20 if I'm close enough to it. But if I only want one item for $15, it's like Amazon because I have a Prime account, you know? Shipping is crazy. Hey, Miss Jelly. Um, Nice, MC, for hanging out with us. Thank you for being part of the family. You're just hanging out, talking bags and stuff. I'm glad you don't have allergies. My black cat and yellow. My black car is yellow right now with from yes, D. So I'm allergic mostly to mountain cedar, but also mold. It normally affects James more than me, and then oak, and normally it affects him more than me. So I just think in general my immunity is like tanked. So I'm just feeling everything. Because he's feeling okay. He's fine. But oh, we do have some good news on the mother-in-law. She is being moved to from the hospital to the nursing home facility for rehab. So we'll see. It's called skilled nursing, and we'll see how that she goes. So she needs to get better so she can do some rehabilitation so she can come out. So it'll probably be another month, you know. So we'll see. But that's some good news. That just happened today. And so yeah, I got a couple deliveries, which I'm shocked at because it's President's Day. Like the normal post didn't post, but I had FedEx show up, but then I had another box from USPS show up. So I don't know how that happened. And then I had another box from UPS show up. And of course my sister would call me right now. She's gonna be mad at me because I'm not answering. She gets mad. She thinks I should she's calling me because she's driving home. Um Hold on. I have a text. I have no idea what that is. And I have another text. And let me tell my sister that I will call her later. She gets mad at me because I'm always on YouTube. But she doesn't listen. She doesn't watch YouTube. She doesn't really her kids do. She doesn't. Um Oh, well, yeah, well, she's right here in town now, our town, so it'll be so much easier. So we'll be able to come visit right after work every day or every other day, whatever day, however it works. But she'll be able to, before where the hospital was, it's so far out of the way. It was so hard to see her that it would take 2 hours for us to get to work in the morning. Um, and we would leave here, drive to her hospital, which is a 30, 45-minute drive, but then it would take another 45 minutes to get to the office. So it was forever. And it's just because of traffic. It's not really the distance, it's the traffic getting in. Um, anyhow, so I did some cleanup around the house and was wiped out. It's like when I put the bags away, I'm like, okay, yeah, I might be sick. This might be more than just I don't feel well. This might be I'm sick. But I see the doctor not this week, but next week. So I figured we'll see how it goes. If it's just a sinus infection, there's not much they can do anyway. You just have to live through it and then yes, I could get steroids, but I'm diabetic and they don't really like to give you steroids if you're diabetic because it shoots up your blood sugar. Yes, I'm right. The bag's that one's new. That one's brand new. I just got today. That was part of the unboxing. I filmed it already. I filmed a couple other unboxings that I had done during a live, so they were a reveal. But I like doing the unboxes on a video and then show y'all on the live because it's a little bit more fun that way. So this cool bag is patent leather. And I didn't think it was patent because it looked like a cross grain, but look at how that but it's actually patent leather and it's leather. It does say cow. Yeah, science fictions have to be endured. There's just nothing they can do about them. So this is as edgy as I get in bags. I do think my aesthetic in bag is grandma chic. I do not think I am the most fashiony, forwardy type of trendy person. So this is as fancy, as edgy. These little studs, and they're like these black little reflective button things. They're kind of cool, but I got the because this color blue was so pretty. It's that super like the dark wash denim everybody wants, you know? And it's called the Carrington Bethany tote. So Carrington Bethany medium and navy. Originally it was $2.98. I got this off Mercari for $40. Um yeah, Maria, I can hear you. Like, been sick with the sinus infection for 3 weeks. This is my second week. It started last week, and this is my second week, but now I think it's gone into full out, you know, it's an infection, not just uncomfortable. Um, yeah, I might have to get it. I'm hoping, well, next Tuesday we'll find out if I need antibiotics. I'm hoping to sleep and over-the-counter meds, and um, I am so grandma chic. Love it. Sometimes grandma chic is the edge. Yeah. So that was the if you remember this bag, I filmed the video for this one today too. So I contacted the seller again when I showed you all this bag, and I can't remember when I unboxed it, but I unboxed it right with you guys on live. And so I didn't do a video, so I sat down to do a video, and I had contacted her afterwards and said, "Hey, look, this bag is amazing. Was this your original bag?" And she said, "Oh no, it was my grandmother's. It was too big for her and she gave it to me." And so this bag's probably from the early 90s. It is amazing. I actually just did a conditioning treatment on it. And so yeah, this is an amazing bag. This is a Ralph Lauren bag. It's not so obvious because this is a weird emblem. And when I was cleaning it, I wasn't really able to open it because of my I don't it doesn't have a key and it is locked now. I th- it did open the first time I got it, but I think I closed it and it locked. But it's fine. It's all that thing is doing is this front little pocket that does nothing. You know, I wouldn't use that front pocket anyway. It doesn't fit today's cell phones. You know, so we like this bag I got. This is the $10.20 bag I got from eBay. Mhm. So all in, it was $30 for that bag. The front detail is everything on yeah, I know, right? The front detail and I had since I didn't recognize the emblem and the branding, I knew it was a Ralph Lauren because it said so, but I'd never seen that exact closure. So I was like, "Well, is this real?" You know, and it didn't have a materials listing, but as soon as I got it, I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is the real deal." Sorry I'm late. Was watching Nick Snell. Oh, that's okay, beautiful steps. I thought you were done for the evening. I'm not feeling well, so this live is early. We're not going to be pulling down the bags behind me because I do not have the energy to do that. I'm trying to just stay up. Oh, I do have an update, beautiful steps. My mother-in-law is going to the skilled nursing facility today. So yay. Very exciting. And um, we'll probably see her. James might have to go see her this afternoon, this evening, just to see her. But I went shopping. If y'all are on my Instagram, thank you, Miss Jelly. Um, I probably shouldn't have done this yesterday, but we went to go see some friends, and normally it's just an hour and then maybe an hour and 20 minutes to see my sister to get to her house. Well, it took 2 hours to get to her house, and then it took another hour to get to my friend's house to go have lunch, and then it took another 40 minutes to get to the place where this comes from. So 4 hours later, after lunch, it was a very long day, um, I got I did all this to find the perfect shade of orange. $23. I could have done it over the phone, but, I didn't know the shade numbers I needed, and, so this is we're gonna be working on this. I finished the horse, so I need to move the hoop over, and I'm gonna start working on the carriage, and the carriage, we're gonna do some I have some really cool beads in here. We're gonna be working on this, and well, eventually, I do it little by little as I feel like I can, um and as the inspiration strikes, there's no master plan. Then it was, like, another 3 hours home, so we left yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we got home around 7. Well, we stopped for dinner 8 o'clock. I was really tired. I went straight to bed. There was no pass and go. I just went right in the bed, and I was dead. I was dead, and that's like, "Okay, maybe going." And all I was doing was sitting in the car. We went and had lunch, and we went to one store for 20 minutes. But I was so tired. Um No one has energy for you to pull bags for yeah, no, yeah, yeah, no energy, no energy, and they're just the ones behind me now, so I'm not doing there's no this is not gonna be a 5-hour live, y'all. I still can't believe I did a 5-hour live. I'm still in shock. I do not understand. I don't know how Super Jacob does this. 5-hour live is like his pre-show, and then he'll go into, like, another 6 hours in the main show. And yes, he has topics and he's filming videos and he's talking to everybody, but that is exhausting. Like, I can barely manage to put on lipstick. He puts on a whole face, talks to people, puts together a whole thing. He has all the things set up so he can put all the things on his, um, flash everything up on the screen the right way because he's using a different software than I am. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. That 5 hour that was epic and also rare. It will not be the norm. Yeah, last Friday, Melissa, was 5.5 hours. I pulled off all the bags off of this, bookshelf, and they all came down, and there was a huge mountain of bags, and I'm still kind of puttering around with the bags and trying to find out what fits where. I did get another bag. I'm not gonna pull it down because honestly, I put it away and I just don't wanna get up and get it, but it's a Coach Rogue, and it's funny, I had gone to everybody's talking about pre-loved bags right now. Jesse Styles did, um, the Vestiaire Collective, and I think Farfetch was the one she talked about too, and then I think Handbag Housewife did something. I didn't watch her video, but I saw, like, Vestiaire Collective, and then there was Dakev, of course, did the Vestiaire Collective with Lumi, Level Up with Mary, and Mary did it, so everybody's talking about the pre-love market and what is, um and of course, this whole lawsuit that Chanel had where they're kinda saying, "Well, we're the only people that can actually authenticate." Well, that's true. I would agree with that. I would agree with the fact that the only way to know if something is 100% authentic is they buy it directly from the vendor or a licensed distributor of those goods. Um, Beautiful Step says 5 hours just on Friday during the week. No one has time nor energy for that. Yeah, I agree. Even to watch. I was tired Friday, just watch. Yeah, I was tired. It was exhausting. But today, Beautiful Steps, today is actually a holiday. So a lot of people are off, but still, this is a weird time to go live. So people will probably be jumping in and out. They have kids to deal with because kids are home. Things happen. Dinner has to get made still. It's an odd time to go live, but I figured might as well try. Um, so we're watching all these things about Vestiaire Collective, and I bought several things from Vestiaire Collective now, and Mercari, and Poshmark, and eBay. So my take on the pre-love market, and I said it on Jesse Styles' video, is that I agree. If you want 100% surety that your item came from Coach or came from Dooney or came from YSL, you have to buy it from the vendor. Um, the or licensed distributor for that vendor. And then you have to trust that licensing process, right? Um, D says the Vestiaire Collective is too scary for me. I'll stick with Fashion File and the Real Real. I have great luck with them. So my nicest bags have come from Vestiaire Collective. So I'm not telling anybody where to shop or how to shop. I am just saying that in my experience, how I shop with any of these platforms, because I've been a seller and a buyer on Mercari and Poshmark, is and with talking with Vestiaire Collective, the assumption is the seller, you're a vendor at this point if you're selling, is listing items that are authentic because that's part of their bylaws, right? You're looking at their terms of use and agreement. Hey, Cami, 5 hours. I missed that, but I assume different people. Oh, yeah, they come and go. Yeah. So, um, so when you do the bylaws, and most people, I believe, are selling things that they believe are authentic. And then with Vestiaire Collective, you're paying for the interface, a fee for them to authenticate it. And then they send it, and it goes through their authentication process, and then it goes to your home from them. So it goes through a middle distribution point. It goes from the seller to the authentication process area, wherever it is for the country you're in, and then it gets shipped to your house, right? And the problem Lumi Little Up had was that she got hers, it went through authentication, it was approved and authenticated, but by the time it got to her, it had disassembled itself in transit. They didn't pack it well enough, or so it came broken, right? And in that point, Vestiaire Collective should have taken responsibility, and they didn't, and they did eventually, and it was a big to do. But that's where the platform failed. But in general, if you buy something from any of these platforms, whether it's eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and you get it and you're like, okay, something's wrong with this, I don't believe this is authentic, and you get a secondary authentication, you can then file to get your money back if it's proven to be inauthentic, because it is illegal to facilitate the sale of inauthentic goods. Okay, so you are having to prove that it's inauthentic, right? And so far I've had to do this 3 times, mostly with eBay, and it's at once with Mercari, 3 times with eBay. So it happens, you know. Um, Most of the time, people selling it don't realize they're selling something inauthentic. And a lot of the times, people are buying things from estate sales, and oh, this is cool, it's a Dooney, and they didn't realize, or they didn't know. Doonies, for some reason, have a lot of inauthentic bags out there, and it's just experience to know, and if you don't have the experience to know and see the details, you will end up buying something that's not authentic because there's so many of these out there, and that is the risk. So my take on buying pre-loved is I view it always as a gamble. I always view it as a risk. I always feel it as money lost. This is also why I do not buy things over a certain threshold of dollars. I'm not buying Chanel. Guys, I'm a contemporary person, so I'm have to be willing to risk the dollars and risk the dispute process and risk. And I'm buying things, and for me, it's safer to buy things pre-love because I'm buying things that are not in good or like new condition or giftable condition. I am buying things in used condition, fair to good. Sometimes good is even like an extra bonus. I'm looking things specifically for things I know I can repair. Like if the edge paint has been removed, I can fix that. I don't need to pay a premium for somebody to have a perfect bag. I can make the bag perfect. I want the wear marks. I want the scratches and dents. I don't want the busted zipper, guys. I just want a leather bag that looks like it's 10 years old, that's 10 years old. I don't want it to be beat up. I want it to look loved and used. Like for me, the authenticity of an item comes in the age of the item. If it looks like it's 10 years old or been around for 10 years, then I can pretty much assume that's been here for 10 years. It's probably not, an authentic item. Things that look brand spanking new, and you're telling me that's from the Ming Dynasty, I'm like, yeah, huh? No, I don't think so. So, you have to be a little savvy about that. And that's what's so scary. And a lot of people don't, there's a lot of people who do not want used anything. They don't want other people to touch it. They would never go to a Goodwill. They would never, ever buy anything from an antique store. I'm not that person. I like the history. I like the age. I like the marks. I like the vintageness of it, even if it's only 10 years. I remembered when it came out 10 years ago and I couldn't buy it. Let me see what I'm missing in the chats. Cami says, I don't trust most places. I've come to trust Fashion File. I don't trust my authenticators that authenticate through photos. Beautiful Steps, Jack's Bag Attack, Doubt, and Broke Transit. All the pieces were inside a sealed plastic bag. They broke it and hoped. Oh, really? The thing is, with a brooch like that, they really should have wrapped the pieces that were loose a bit because it was a bird cage with a CC hanging in the middle like a bird, in a bird cage. And it had little chains on the outside. They should have wrapped each piece. So I really do think the seller sent it appropriately. And I really do think the middle authentication process, they didn't pack it up well. And I can tell this because I have gotten a few packages from Vestiaire Collective now. And looking at how they packaged the things I got, which were leather, it's not that it's a really bad job. It's just like, this is as good as it's gonna get. Y'all looked at this, and this is how you're sending it to me, So I really do think it's that middle shipping, receiving, authentication process. If you're being, I don't know how much they're being paid. I don't know who these people are, but I can only imagine that they're not being paid super well. So they're just handling the goods, doing the job, and then packing it up and mailing it out. Um, I just unboxed a bag from Fashion File Video next Saturday, and that's exactly how I feel about this new bag. It looks too good. You've all let me know what you think when you see it. I was a delicate piece, and it was not handled yeah, it just wasn't handled properly, poorly done. And Vestiaire Collective should have accepted fault for that because that was them. They are part of that shipping process. It wasn't the shippers. I think it's how they packaged it once they looked at it. James, can you help Milo?
What?
Can you help Milo? Do you see? Poor dude. My poor dog has allergies too, and he's on a steroid for it, but you know, there must anyway. I look forward to seeing what you got on Fashion File. I hope it's blue, whatever it is. Um, there was no authentication as far as I know. Vestiaire was selling it, not a private seller. Oh, no, I think originally she bought it from a private seller, then Vestiaire took it, and then they sold it. Um, but anyway, if it came, so I don't really trust Vestiaire Collective's warehouse pre-authenticated items. I feel like those are the things that people had issues with. But when I look for things, I look for small clients. What I typically look for in a seller is I'm looking for what are they selling, right? What bags are they selling? What clothes are they selling? What shoes are they selling? What sizes are they? If they're around the same sizes, the shoe sizes are within half a size of each other. If it's a bunch of ladies' clothes with a few men's things, then you know it's someone's closet. If you go to, there's a bunch of resellers or vendors who just sell on these platforms, and you can tell that because they'll have like 2,000 listed items. My poor puppy. Everybody's tired right now. And so anyway, I'm still gonna buy things pre-loved because I'm not buying things at high dollars and I have a fair good at this point the things I see counterfeited the most are Coach in my experience with what I have purchased and it has been deemed inauthentic has been Dooney or Coach. I'm not buying high end things. I wouldn't know how to authenticate something by looking at a YSL. I wouldn't know the difference. But with the Dooney, which I have years and years and years of experience with, and with Coach, which I'm having more experience with, and I have lots of friends with more experience than me, I can ask them, like, hey, this looks wrong. Why does this look wrong? What is wrong with this? And there's a lots of stuff out there, but um, so those are the brands I'm a little bit more leery of buying pre-loved. And now I've bought plenty of Dooney pre-loved, plenty. Um, but it's one of those. Um, I know what to look for. Like I know it needs to have this tag. I know it has this type of serial number. I know it needs to have this kind of setup. I know at this time period this is what the interior looks like. I know that this is what the exterior should looks like. I know I've had enough of those bags. I know. Um, Melissa says, "I just don't know why they fake." I don't know why they do that either for Dooney and Coach. I mean, maybe now, because if you've seen the new Idol bag, by the way, from Coach, it's like $700. They're coming out with a brand new denim line again through the boutique. They just dropped a black denim line in the outlet, and now they're dropping a new denim line in the boutique and the um, Tabby. There's a Tabby 33 that just launched today. It dropped today, and it is beautiful. I don't like the Tabby. I don't. I I like a center compartment without dividers, and I don't like the Tabby. I liked the Morgan, which is a um outlet style, but there's like Dawn bought a Tabby, Dee Dee bought a Tabby, I think Yoda Style bought a Tabby. Pretty sure Eva from Future Floyd's has a Tabby. The Tabby is a popular bag. I don't like it, but that 33 like turned my head, and I'm like, $700? Wait, what? $700? Nah, no, no. When we all went crazy for the pillow medicines, a year later, everybody was selling them. The Tabby I think is here to stay, but that Tabby is $700 for the leather 33. It's a beautiful bag. You know, I saw the Tabby 33. I like it, but not yet. Yeah, yeah, not for $700. Is that not for $700? I wouldn't even. I'll be dang honest. I don't even want to spend $200 for the Tabby. Um, Beautiful stuff. $200 30 or 40 years ago was expensive. I agree. I know. So, I mean, $200 now I think is kind of the normal price range for a bag. $700 I think is expensive. For me, if I can get a leather bag for $200 in the store on sale, because normally now at this point, they're $300 to $400. If you walk into Dillard's or Macy's, it's $300 to $400. I don't care what brand you look at. It's Kate Spade, Michael Kors. You're going to pick up a $300 bag. The only way they're around 200 is they're on sale. Brand new off the shelf is going to be $300 now. Only way I've ever gotten a bag for a little over 100 and a half is on sale on outlet for 70% off. So on sale. Just the way it is. But I'm not going to spend $700 on a 33 Tabby. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful bag. But I have the bag again, I'm not the person with 1 bag. I'm not the person with 5 bags. I am the human with 200 bags. So for me to justify a $200 or $700 bag purchase, I gotta really love that bag. And I don't really love that bag. I like the bag. And I know this because I had the Tabby soft Tabby, which is different than the pillow Tabby or the quilted Tabby. It's different. Okay, guys, it's different. The soft Tabby is a whole different animal, but I didn't like the Tabby. And I've held I love the way they feel. The leather's beautiful. The quilting's gorgeous. They look great. I don't like it. You know. Good evening from the UK. Hey, Michael. That's awesome. Um, I don't. I also don't like the tabby. None of the versions. Yeah, I know. And it's a beautiful bag. It looks a lot. I mean, the whole thing looks like a Chanel. Let's be honest. The whole thing looks like a Chanel jumbo. The 33 especially. I just don't like the way it. I don't like the way they sit on my shoulder. I prefer a leather strap to a chain strap any day of the week. Actually, most of the bags I've been letting go of all have chain straps because the chain straps don't like my shoulders. The only chain straps I have left now are my two um, that I can remember, um, shoulder bags are the Rebecca Minkoff. I have a couple of those, and I love them, and I wear them even though they're not the most comfortable because I love them. But now I know not to buy a shoulder bag that has a chain strap. They don't like my shoulders, or I should say my shoulders don't like them. I could get a leather Kensington from Kurt Geiger the same size as that, and I want that super large Kensington. They do have a large one, and Rebecca Minkoff has one that's super large that I've wanted for a while. Um, Melissa, so you just sold all Kurt Geigers. A lot of people who ended up buying a lot of Kurt Geigers about a year or so ago. Everybody on YouTube was buying Kurt Geiger. Like Autumn had one, Winnie had one. James, can you get a tissue for the puppy? Can you get a tissue for the puppy? Oh, too late. Hmm, our poor dog. Our poor, poor dog. Okay. Do you need something to drink? Here, James. I caused him to choke. Yeah. Yeah, so everybody who bought a lot of those, Kurt Geiger bags ended up selling them, and I really like the rainbow one, and I like the big one, the really big one, but again, it's the chain strap. I need a leather strap or a crossbody strap or a detachable strap. I can't deal with, um I like I'm too round. They don't fit me as crossbodies, and the shoulder bags, they don't fit comfortably. Um I have the Tabby Messenger, and I love it. Oh, I wish I had the Tabby Messenger, but that doesn't have adjustable straps. That one, I believe the Tabby Messenger is a set length, and I'm too round. I can't wear it. Um, you just parted with well, okay, I bought some of those bags, Melissa. Guys, I bought a bunch of Melissa's bags. Let's be honest. Kirk Geiger is starting to get annoying always at TK Maxx. They're always at the Nordstrom racks here, but it's funny because they're not that super popular. Not where I'm at. I see them, but I don't see them. Um, don't buy any till now, not even yeah, I'm probably not gonna ever buy, a Kurt Geiger. I like them, I like the way they look, but when all the YouTubers I know have purchased them have not kept them, that says something, you know? I have, Kurt Geiger, Kensington, and rainbow fabric, and it's so fun. I do agree they're a fun bag, but guys, I'm grandma chic. I'm not remotely fun and trendy. Um, the Tabby Messenger has an adjustable strap, it's just not removable. Yeah, the adjustment is still not long enough for me. I need to have a 50-inch length adjustable strap. Most straps are 40 about 40 something, 45, and I need that extra 5 inches for my bust is 50 inches around. So the widest part of me is 50 inches around. So when I wear anything, um, actually it's bigger than 50, it's really depressing to be honest. Um, I have to get something that can be extended. If it can't be extended in a way, I can't wear it. I can't even risk buying it because I hate buying something and then returning it, because it's a hassle, and then there's a whole lag time, and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the item, so I try not to even buy bags like that. Um, Maria says, "Oh, Melissa, you did a huge cleaning. Can't wait to see what you bought." I know what she bought, and I know what I bought from her, and I'm excited. I am thrilled. I'm like, "Melissa, girl, you can't do this to me." She did. Mhm. Um Michael, have you tried I love Aspinall. I love Aspinall. You do have to wait for a sale. Lulu Guinness is another company. I haven't tried actually, I think I've seen isn't Lulu the one with the lips motif, lots of lip motifs, contributing that are fairly popular here and quality looks good. I think that's the one with all the lips. That's a pretty cool looking brand. I love Aspinall, but I have to be very selective with what I get from them. I had the Lottie um, Shane strap. That's what killed it. I loved everything about that bag. I loved the way it looked. I loved the way it felt. I loved the price I paid for it. I loved where I got it. I loved everything about that bag. My shoulders hated that bag. It would not stay on my shoulders. And if it's a bag that won't stay on your shoulders, what's the point? You know? Because for me, it has to be a shoulder bag, not a crossbody, because of the length of the chain. Nick Snell has a couple. Just speak it just doesn't speak to me, especially the rainbow. Looks so tacky. Well, it is bright and cheerful. Yes, that's the Lulu with the lips. I like that. I like that brand. There's some bags in there that look like so much fun. Um, yes, some of them are nicer without the lips, and again, the sale super cheap. Steph, I love Aspinall as well. I have 2 of the large totes, and I would love to get one of the totes, but I was told they're very heavy. Um, so I don't know about getting the tote. I keep looking at them, you know. You really do have to wait for a sale yeah, with Asmol because the Lottie is like $800 right off the rack. I'm like, yes, you're worth it, but no, I don't have $800 for that. Maria says I am an Aspinall super fan. Yes, I like them. I like their quality. I also like Strathberry. I only have one bag from them, but I really do like the one. And the one bag I have isn't really. It's a decorative item. It's not really a usable. I mean, it's usable, but it's not usable. It's cute and small and pretty and trendy, and it's beautiful. And the one that Winnie BLV got, I want her bag She got that one from Cami. Oh my gosh, I want that bag so much. I told Wayne, "When you're tired of that bag, just let me know." I like, I want that bag so bad. It's so pretty. Um, yeah, they are heavy. So, yeah, I just got, I went stay they were heavy. They're about average weight, but certainly not light. Yeah. Well, it just depends on how the straps will hold on my shoulders because they slope down. Some straps work better than other straps. That's why I like the hobo style because the one strap tends to do better than double straps. But there's some um, double strap totes that work just fine. So I don't know. Um, they aren't heavier than the Doonies, but yes, they are okay, that's good to know because, yeah, Doonies can weigh a good bit. Doonies are not lightweight. Their totes are kinda dang heavy, and the satchels are heavy. I have, um, the reg and large. Okay. Um, I did, the tote if you are on my Instagram, the tote I used yesterday, which was a Ralph Lauren tote, there's a story. So I didn't tell Craig I bought that one, and I text Craig. I'm like, "Craig, look what I got. It's so cool. I won the bid, blah, blah, blah." He goes, "Oh, I had that saved." I'm like, "Oh, bad friend." But I didn't know that because we don't share everything, right? So I'm like, "Oh, so you had that saved?" But he's still on Van Island, right? He's not buying anything till after his birthday. And so I said to him like, "Oh." Well, he goes, "Well, I'm happy you got it." If I had to lose to anybody, but I got that bid for, like, $11. I think I told I don't remember if that was I think that was an, bagging with, unboxing on a live again, I think. I don't know, I might have done a video. No, I did a video. I don't think I've shown you all this bag. No, I haven't. No, it's on my Instagram. I'm sorry. Y'all haven't seen this bag. So, it is this amazing bag that I just got again on off eBay at the last minute. Happenstance, complete happenstance. I didn't mark a timer, I didn't go back and look, but you know when you heart something on eBay, they'll, "You have 15 minutes to, get this whatever," and I think I had, like I went back and I think there was, like by the time I saw the notice, it was, like, 5 minutes to the end of this bid, and okay, $11, let's see if I get it. Didn't think it. A lot of times when I've done $11 bids or really low bids like that, the seller will cancel because they're like, they didn't really want to sell it for $11 and they forgot a reserve. I'm thinking, "There's no way I'll get this for $11." Yeah, I got it for $11. I am still in shock. And y'all, everybody asks, "How do you find these deals?" Obsessively, compulsively looking for hours. My phone told me how many hours I spent on eBay, and it is embarrassing. It is literally embarrassing. That should not be allowed. It's like I spend so much time just scrolling and looking and hearting and going through my list, like, "It's pretty and that's nice and I like this," and I'm not looking at condition so much as, like, style and shape, and then I'm like, "Oh, I like that one," and then I got it for 11 I got again, under $30 with tax and shipping, $11 with what eBay takes out for the seller portion for the vendor, is again a gift. It's like the trouble of them putting it in a box and putting it in the mail, literally. They had to have tape, they had a box, they put the bag in there, the label's printed, but they still have to tape it and take it to the post office, so it's still their time and labor. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a shipping and handling fee, and the item was just free. That was a gift. It was a gift, you know. D says I have the London tote from Aspinall and it's gorgeous. They just don't fit my computer. Oh man. Um, Oh, it's handhold only. Yep. That Ralph Lauren tote you showed was amazing. Yeah, D, that Ralph Lauren tote was under 30 bucks. Um, the prep preparedness freak in me is like, oh, likes to use totes. I like to take everything with me just in case. Yes. Michael, that's me with totes. I just love having everything but nothing is worse than trying to find oh, yeah, your car keys. Well, I was super spoiled for a while. We had a car for 2 years that had, push to start, so I just needed the fob in your bag. You didn't actually have to find anything. You didn't even have to press anything to open your car. You touched the car, you know? And it was like, "Oh, this is so great." And I was doing a training, at work, and they're like, "You're getting in the car, it's a backup, safety event, so I'm trying to back you get in there, the work truck," and I'm in the work truck, and I'm like, "Oh, great, this is awesome, and, where's the looking for the push to start, like, where's the start button?" And the guy, he laughed at me, he's like, "You were you looking for a push to start?" I'm like, yeah." He's like, "No, no, no, this has keys." Like, "What?" I'm like, "This doesn't even have the transponder, this has keys." I'm like, "Wait, what?" I haven't used a key in an ignition in a while. So I was like, "Okay." And I think I swear I made his day. I swear I made his day. This office chick comes out to do a safety event, to do a backing up event in a work truck, and she's looking for the day push to start. I'm like, "Okay, okay, I get it." It was hilarious. It was funny. Um I like totes. So I have totes at work, and I have totes to work, and I have totes I love totes. I have totes for projects. So that Ralph Lauren tote I was using, I used it to put this in there to take it with me to the store, and then I just actually only had this bag with me, which was actually what, my wallet and everything was in, and this was with my tote bag. So when I was done with my tote bag, I pulled this out. I've already changed purses again. So this is really just my overflow that didn't fit in my new handbag tomorrow. Gosh, right here, pounding headache. I wonder if I have ibuprofen next to me. Yes, I do. That is exactly why I love smaller bags, so I don't carry more than what I need. Yeah, I carry a small bag with my wallet and the things I need to run in and out, and I carry my tote bags or things that I need to just take, right? So with work, I don't always need to take that tote bag everywhere. I can leave that in the car and I'll grab um I wish I had the Expedition Max. If we had had the Expedition Max, Senna, I would have kept it. We had the Expedition, but not the Max. And when we got Milo, he was too big for the he was bigger, he was not comfortable in the Expedition, and he's much more comfortable in the minivan. This is what happens when you have a giant Great Dane. Ibuprofen for the win. And, so anyway, car talk, let's see, bag talk, pre-love talk. What else did I watch today? I was watching Meredith's Beg, Borrow, and Steal. I think that's our block. I think she called it beg, borrow, buy, borrow, or I think she called it disqualify or something. It was kind of funny if you haven't seen that video. I can't do that video. I can't also do the video tag that says if I only had 7 bags, which I would keep. Like, no, 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 no. That that can't happen. I can't do it. Even when I was a teenager with bags at Walmart, I had more than 7 bags. There's no way I can have 7 bags and just be fine with that. There's people that have 1 bag. My sister-in-law and my mother-in-law, they both only have 1 handbag. They have a computer bag and a handbag. 1. Just 1. I'm like, "How? How?" Can't do it. We needed to seat 8. Yes. Yeah, my sister has the, um Volkswagen Atlas, and that can sit 8, I believe. But I would take the Max before the Atlas for sure, even though the Atlas is fun. Um, did you saw Amelia Rose's Speedy? Oh my gosh, beautiful steps. She bought the same Speedy that Rakita has. That beautiful red and here's it's like a $10,000 Speedy, US dollars. So I don't even know what that costs in pounds or what currency she's paying. Probably, I don't know, probably less because it's Europe and not, America. But still, I'm like, that's a 10,000, and she loved it. And but then she says she doesn't like the Speedy, but she loved that one. Like, wait a minute. Is this gonna be another one of those in 5 months? She's gonna say I shouldn't have bought this bag because she knew she didn't like the Speedy, but she bought the Speedy because she liked the Pharrell bag because she loved that bag. Like, I don't know. I hope she keeps it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love Hey, look, I'm not knocking anybody who buys anything from Louis Vuitton. I just can't afford Louis Vuitton. So I'm gonna live vicariously through their joy and enjoy with them, because that's an amazing bag. No. Could I afford it? No. If I had the $10,000, would I buy it? I don't think so, but I love that somebody else has. Dior has a new bag that came out that I think is amazing. No, I can't afford it. No, I'm not buying it. Um, let's see. I'm doing the if I only had one bag test. I'm only carrying my Speedy. Oh yeah, see that's rough. But here's the thing. I've done that. I have done that. I have carried one bag for years. Years. I had other bags, but I only carried the one bag. I never moved out of the bag. It was what had me changing my bags all the time is my shoulders. What happens when you live in a bag for a month, 2 months, you add more and more things to it. And then all of a sudden, everything in your bag you think you have to have. I need this. I need that. I can't live without that. I have to have this. I have to have this option. I have to have my nail file. I have to have my nail clippers. I have to have tweezers. I have to have band-aids. I have to have um, whatever we put in our bags. Like, I need all this paper that somehow ended up in this bag. I need all those receipts somehow that need to be in this bag. And you don't. So when you every time you clean out your bag, you find things you don't really need and you reduce. So what I've done is I reduced, and because I was going through shoulder issues, I had to. So I started using bags, changing up my bags every day and only putting what I needed in my wallet and a few other things because realistically, if I need it, I can go buy it somewhere. My office has a kiosk. We used to have a nurse's station, but we have an emergency kind of kit where you have like band-aids and things. And then, but I can always go to the corner store. I'm not in a desert. I'm not in the middle of nowhere. My job is such that if I had to tell my boss, "Hey, boss, I need to go get some ibuprofen," he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure, I have some," or somebody in the office will have some, or I can just go down to this corner store and get some, and no one's gonna care. It's gonna be okay. I live and work in I work in a metropolitan area, and I live in a rural area, but from home to work, I have what I need in my car, you know? So I knew that I don't have to have everything in my bag. I had the same mentality with the pantry. I know this is weird, segue, but we never had food insecurity growing up, but my father only believed in shopping at a certain store on the military bases because we were military, and part of that military benefit is you get to use the commissary. Commissary is the grocery store, and it's commonly 20% cheaper than the market because there's no taxes when you're buying it through the military, right? So we go to the military base. We could only get groceries once a month. So even though we live next to a grocery store, like 2 miles from our house, we had to go to the grocery store that was 30 minutes from our house. And so we always had to make do with what we had, and we always had to stock the pantry, what's in the freezer, what can I cook, and I was the one cooking, and I cooked dinner, and so I didn't even it it was just one of those things I grew up with that you always have to have a huge stock pantry. And what I've realized is, it's like, look, I live 3 miles from a grocery store. I do not need to have everything in my house. Um, and if I have and my sister, who has had fully stocked pantries and freezers and ice chests in the freezer, freezers, external freezers, when the power goes out, you lose all that food. She lost $500 worth of meat once. She still is upset over that, and I'm like, "I would be too." So I don't keep food like that. I firmly believe if there is an apocalypse and something happens, I'm the first one out. That's the way it's gonna go. I don't live I can just go get food. It's okay, but it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. People have I mean, there's lots of people who have big families, lots of people who have rural areas. There's people who are, uh what they called the preppers, where they have food stored for like 30 years and you have to rotate your water out. And there's a lot of the stuff out there. And sometimes you can get wrapped up into well, I must have this, and I have to have a generator, and I have to have water storage, and I have to have food storage and a pantry storage. Like, yeah, you can have staples, but you still need water and heat to make a lot of those foods work. So if something does happen and you don't have water or heat, it doesn't matter if you have 30 years worth of wheat in your bunker, you know. Almost D says, I see Amelia selling that bag. Years by year's end. She's if she doesn't love the Speedy, I don't think this cool, awesome, amazing, Pharrell Speedy is going to give her the joy she thinks. I mean, it gives her the joy now, and she loves it, and it's lived in her head, and she likes that bag. But I just don't. Did she get the red canvas one or the red leather one? I didn't actually pay attention to that. Because I think Rakita got the red canvas one, and Kanisha, she got the red leather one, I think. Yeah, I've heard that about commissaries on post. Yep, it's cheaper. I used to live work in South Korea, and the foreigners were always jealous of military friends who could shop at the PX. Oh my god, the PX was a saver. Like my dad would never shop anywhere else but the PX, which is the good side, and the commissary was the grocery side. So if you wanted, um, and if you're in a foreign country, like if you're in Korea, or if you're in Thailand, um, they would have a PX exchange where they had food and things from America, branded things that just went into there, and you could get it from the exchange, and it was a lot cheaper because it bypassed importation issues with the country because it's technically going to a part of America because foreign embassies are that land it's on is considered American. It's weird. It's just a weird technicality, guys. It's just the way it is. So it's to help the people who are post overseas, but we don't have that many. Um, well, we didn't really. Well, we do. Anyway, moving on. Um, Sometimes I wish I could be one of those preppers, but no space here. Even with space, you have to be really diligent, and there's certain things that won't survive. Like when I say wheat lasts 30 years, the wheat before it's milled. So you have to have a millstone, if you want to use that wheat. You know, um, Berbers are vindicated when the pandemic hit. Well, yeah, they're vindicated, but still, uh, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but we were okay. We didn't prep, and we were still able to get food and water, and it was fine. You know, at least they doesn't buy. She doesn't buy just to make the video and return. Yeah, yeah. She said she's not a speedy gal. Yeah, I think she really intends to use that bag. I think Amelia intends to love that bag. She wouldn't have spent 10K on a bag for maybe. I think she really does, but when you don't like a certain type of bag, she's gonna have to really make that work. You know, this is true. Beautiful steps. I know she will carry and try. Who knows? Maybe I think if she uses it with the base shaper or the organizer, she might like that bag. I think if you've never, um, I love a barrel bag, so I can't imagine not loving a Speedy. I just didn't really use my Speedy, but I love it. I have one more left. That's it, and it's the last one. I only have 3 items of monogram left. Everything else is epi leather. Um, is this Amelia Rose that bought the Speedy? Yes. Yes, Amelia Rose bought it. It's a really fun video. I mean, she self admits that it was a gamble on her end. I mean, but dude, to spend $10,000 on anything, and I can't remember if it's the canvas version or the leather version. I think it's the leather version though. Um, And yes, absolutely the same for prepping. You do have to be diligent in tons of stuff. Yeah, I have a lot of friends out here. My sister is religiously, she's Mormon, but she doesn't do the prepping. But when she was more active, she has all these other Mormon friends, and we talk about canning and growing food, and we live in cities, right? They have to rotate the water storage. There's a lot. There's a lot that goes into being that way. Um, Yes, epi leather. My one remaining LV item is a compact zippy wallet in an orange epi leather. I love it. Yeah, the epi leather is my favorite leather. It's because I realize it's a coated leather. I get it. There's a lot of people who hate that, but I like the fact that it's virtually indestructible. Virtually, like leather bags and leather things show age and wear, but the epi just like keeps going and going. Mr. Watson, why are you barking? Um, I think Amelia with the Speedy, it's like Dale with the Birkin. Yeah, I think Dale likes that Birkin. I mean, I know she said she was never gonna go on the journey, but she didn't really go on the journey. She just was offered one, which is like the lotto, and she won it, and I think she likes it. Jody says, "I'm sorry to hear you're sick. I was sick with a horrible sinus." Yeah, about 4 days today, and the first day I felt like getting out of bed. Yeah, I hope I don't get that bad. It's been coming on for a while. I've been feeling it for 2 weeks now, but I've been in general exhausted, so I was hoping it wasn't just, I mean, everything's been clear until today. Until today, not clear, not clear, and stuffy. And last week it was like this side of my face hurt, and this week today this side of my face hurts, and I have to go to work tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. D says I don't prep during the pandemic. I was fine. Funny story. I remembered when people were panic buying. I saw this woman in full panic mode with about 8 giant boxes of. Yeah, true. Goodwill has great deals, but the shipping is horrible. I do agree. Now, if you do goodwill.com or goodwillfinds.com, that is true. If you go through eBay, many Goodwill stores have their individual Goodwill store. So Goodwill Finds and Goodwill.com are different than the Goodwill eBay stores. So each store, hey Don's Donuts, each store, the shipping I've found through individual Goodwill stores, much cheaper. Um, there's a Goodwill store out of Minnesota. It says Goodwill, Minnesota, and the shipping is like $6, much cheaper than $6, $7. And there isn't this really crazy handling fee. The problem with Goodwill Finds and Goodwill.com is it's not just shipping, but the handling fee per item. Like for me to take it from this shelf to put it in this box, you are giving me $15 or something. Okay, not that high, but it feels that high. So yeah, you buy a $20 bag and you end up spending $50, between shipping and everything. So I look at the eBay listings more than I look at their .com, So and it's actually even better prices I've found are on the Salvation Army, individual Salvation Army. I think one of the things about this whole pre-loved hey SS Basket, hi, pre-loved debate is that, and the reason why it's coming up so much is that it's never been more accessible. I mean, it's so much easier to post things. It used to be to find something, you would go to a local consignment store or a local thrift store or a local, and again, many people don't go to thrift stores and they don't want to go look. They just want to buy a thing. And now we just look online and you just buy a thing and it's mailed to your house. That's pretty dang awesome. And before, like a lot of the things I'm purchasing, like it's come out of I bought something from England. I bought some stuff from Italy. I brought a bag from France. It's still on its way over here. And yes, that's on Vestiaire Collective. And then things I'm buying on eBay are coming from today came from Minnesota. A lot of things are coming from Florida. I don't live in Florida. I live in Texas. So it used to be you're stuck with the local area and what people had in your area. And now I can just go online and say, I love that bag. Oh, it's out of New York? Of course I'll buy it. Where before I was not in New York. I could never find that bag, you know. And so I think that's what's causing the market to be the way it is, and the retailers, the people who own the brand, the people who make the product are getting a little upset because they're like, well, they can't control the pre-love market. But that's the way it is with all things. Unless that thing is a license and not a sale, like you sold that to me, I now own it. Yes, that trademark is yours, but I own the bag. The bag is mine. If I want to resell it, I can, you know. So that's just the way it is. And how does that okay, so back in the old days, and y'all might remember this, when Microsoft people were using Microsoft Office and they were just copying it onto every computer, not buying individual copies. They were just using the same one and just using the same disk and loading it on several. Well, that's not legal, right? So, well, they changed it. So Microsoft said, no, you don't own this. You are leasing this. You pawn it for $300, but it's not yours. you have to have a license to use this, and that's how less licensings came around. And so now every computer has to have a license, and that means you have to pay for a license, right? So that's kind of like if Chanel are, and this is just allegedly, in my opinion, it could be any brand, XYZ brand, says, I'm selling this to you, but you don't own it. You own the use of it, but if you ever want to sell it, you can't sell it. Now that's different. Now I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know how anybody could enforce that. But that's kind of, I think, what they're arguing about. It's like, we can only, they're saying, well, they're putting a fear by saying, well, we're the only ones who can authenticate that this is truly our product. Do you really want to go spend this much money on a product that you don't think is real? I'm like, well, yeah, I do, you know? So anyway, it's just one of those weird, I guess it's more like the Wild West again because they're so accessible. Um, what did you do in unboxing? I don't think, did I? Please tell me I didn't put unboxing in the title of this live stream. I did not do an unboxing on the live. I did have some boxes come in on a President's Day, and I did unbox before. So there was like this bag right here. That's a new bag. Done. So I have a couple videos that will be coming up. I'm actually processing videos now for May. That's how many videos I had backlogged. So when I'm stressed out, I do a lot of content creation. So that's why the lives help me the most because I can just sit here and talk to you and you guys can see me in real time, versus my twilight time when it's like Twilight Zone with my videos. That's also why I try to say what day I am filming and what day I am airing so people know that, okay, this is from like 3 months ago. I'm like, yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah. But anyway, so I have purchased a lot from Goodwill and but through eBay, more so than Goodwill.com. So I like the eBay stores more than the actual, and I find that the shipping was better. Not the shipping cost. I mean, yes, the shipping cost too, but how they packaged the item was better. And I don't know why. I have no idea. Hey, Rael, how's it going? Hi, everybody. So we're just hanging out, chatting away. I have my sister was supposed to come visit, but I have a sinus infection. I said, don't come visit me, even though I saw her yesterday. But she's going to at the end of the month, which is coming up quick, she's going to be going to a dance thing in Florida. So she'll be over in Florida, and I told her, pay attention when you're at the Disney Worlds. Go check when you're at the parks. Pay attention. Tell me which parks you really want to take your kids to, because I think when I invite my friends with me to go to Disney World, it's not really a gift. Like, yeah, we're paying for the lodging because we have the resort. We pay for the resort. We're going anyway. And yes, we're paying for them to stay in the resort with us. Um, it's never actually a gift. Because if y'all have ever been to Disney World, it is very expensive, especially when you have families, which is what we have. So we have two families going with us. And my sister's like, well, what about me? What about me and my kids? I'm like, Jennifer, Connor's only 3. He's just turning 4. He needs to be 5 or 6 years old before he can go to Disney World where he will enjoy it. Like, he's a kid, he'll enjoy anything, but I want him to remember Disney World, right? So I said, pay attention to which parks you want to go to because you have to look at how much it costs per day per park, per person. You're looking at like over $100 a person per park per day, and you have 4 people, you know. So I told her, so I told her yeah, I ate the best grilled cheese in with lobster. Wow. I like lobster, but I'm not really cool with lobster and or fish with cheese. Some things yes, most things no. Um, but I would like to have a lobster sandwich. That sounds good. I actually like the way Asian people cook lobster. Um, Jackie told me the rest and started a live, so yeah. I told you to rest and I didn't tell you I was going live hoping you would sleep. Stopped in. See you at live, everyone. Have a good evening. Hey, bye, baskets. Nice to thank you for stopping in. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna be up here for much longer. We've been doing this for about an hour of shopping and then when to see, gosh, thank goodness no newbies bought and then went out to the seafood place. Yeah. Um, whew. Yeah, so my sister's she is an in-person shopper, so she wanted to go shopping. She actually returned, I feel this is pretty cool. Uh, oh, no, no fish, I meant. Well, lobster is crustacean. I guess they're classified differently. Um, my little dog just ran into the house. My daughter will try to talk me into more fish. Ha! I love fish, but I grew up an hour away from an ocean, in Bangkok, so we had a lot of fish growing up, and I didn't realize till I moved to Texas. Um, a lot of fish here is considered catfish because that's what's around, or bass in some, but most people don't. They fish to catch fish. They don't fish to eat fish. I don't get it. Or they'll go down to the ocean. So I like fish. So, like yesterday, I went and had salmon, at and James had I think he had breakfast. Everybody else had breakfast, but I get fish at restaurants because it's not something I cook at home, and I'm in the middle of a place where there's no fish. There's catfish. So I miss fish. But anyway, um, it's and I also kinda knew I was not feeling well because I love coffee, and the coffee wasn't tasting great yesterday. And I'm like, "There's something wrong with me if I don't love coffee." Um, I live not too far from the Atlantic Ocean. There's pretty good I love seafood. I really do. I love all the seafoods. Like my friend this is brave. This is very brave. My friend went to have Korean food, and at the next day at work, he brought his leftover Korean food, and it was I think it was squid. It might have been octopus. It could have been either squid or octopus. Anyway, he heated it up in the microwave, and this is Korean food, right? So I sit down like, "Oh, wow, it smells great. Who's having fish?" And then he was like, "Oh, that's me." I'm like, "Oh, wow." I'm like, "That's brave. That's brave." There's some fighting words in an office. Fish in the microwave and burnt popcorn are 2 of the biggest complaints in all offices. Um, or burnt if you burn your coffee pot. Ooh, that's bad. I live I remember surf fishing with my mom. I grew up on seafood. Yeah, but you grow up on it and you love it, or if you don't. Like, we live in Texas, so they eat beef, lots of beef. I love squid. Squid and we used to eat dried squid as snacks. Had boiled eggs and tuna. Oh, that's not a happy face, Miss Jelly. I like boiled eggs and tuna. I put them in my tuna salad. Practically grew up on our beach house. I sleep watching hearing the sea waves. Yep. Flounder was one of my favorite fishes growing up. I eat all the fish, but I don't now, but so I miss it. So I do miss it. And when I get the opportunity to buy it, I do. I go find it. And like who is calling me now? We had plumbers come over today too because they had to do a reseal on one of our toilets. It's just been a really busy day. So it's just been, like, nonstop. Well, nonstop for other people, I literally was in bed till noon. Like, we had people in and out. James was doing stuff that and I was like, "I care not." So speaking of health, I am out of energy. I am done. Miss Jelly says, "I was pregnant. My coworker would eat tuna and boiled eggs by." That's not cool, Miss Jelly, that's not cool. You don't do that to people who are pregnant. There's your super My sister pregnant had a super smell. Like, she would just go in and like, "What? Like, don't you smell that?" Like, "No, I smell nothing." And she's like, "I can't be in here." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, there's certain foods she couldn't eat, it's just so weird. Pregnancy is weird. Her cravings and everything. My daughter just arrived to Disney World today. Yay, Dawn! She just texted me and said they just had dinner at the Rainforest Cafe. I've eaten at that cafe, at Disney World. Me too. I love boiled eggs and I love tuna. That's awesome. Beautiful steps. That is so cool, Dawn's Donuts. Yeah, so Jen's gonna be going to Disney but she's going to Disney with the dance team because she's a teacher, she'll be with you know, they're down there for the dance competition. There'll be thousands of girls down there. Um, I'm like, good luck. They better use me. She's much healthier than I am, guys. She's a good 50 pounds lighter, a lot more activity. she can just go, 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 go. I have never been as healthy as her. Um, well, that's not true. I was healthier at birth, but she's healthier in life. Um, every Catholic church near me is having fish fries now with Lent. Yeah, up to Easter is my husband's favorite season because we want to eat fish unless it's battered and fried. Yeah, see, he won't eat fish unless it's battered and fried. See, I like fish to taste the fish. I actually prefer fish not battered, but I'll get it any way I can get it. I'll eat it. Um, yep, battered fried. Hmm. Yeah. We have a huge, well, not huge, pretty big Catholic population down here, so there's a lot of fish on Fridays anyway, um, just throughout the whole year, you know. San Antonio was a lot of Catholic, and so it was just normal. Here, it's not so much, more Protestant. But anyhow, I'm getting off the YouTubes, and I'm going to go sleep. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. This is not good for tomorrow's prospects, but if I don't feel well tomorrow, I won't go to work. So we'll see. I don't have anything too pressing. My deadline was shipped out last Friday, so I'm good. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I will see y'all at the end of the week. And hopefully, Super Dakin will be here on Wednesday because I love his lives, and I try to, um, I try to learn from the genius. He's been doing this for 9 years. I'm not even on year one yet, so we're still learning here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thumb up the video. It does help the algorithm, the YouTube overlords. I do not understand the YouTube algorithm. It's a mystery, an enigma, and a conundrum that we all, whatever. It's a thing. Thank you, guys.